Don't forget to go to ashkicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products. Anything else you want to say to your fans, man?
Man, shout out to Dante's Boxing Nation. You know, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, Earl Spence Jr., my whole name, and just look out for me.
Yes, sir. Let me dig into your brain. Folks falling like rain.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Conor McGregor is upset that Floyd Mayweather suggested that he was a racist. Conor McGregor just recently did an interview and he said that Floyd Mayweather knows that he's not racist. Leonard Ellerbe knows that he's not racist. He said Floyd Mayweather talked about him calling black people monkeys. He said he never called Floyd Mayweather a monkey. If he would have called Floyd Mayweather anything, it would be a weasel or a rat. And then he said that that's a very sensitive subject. He said that Floyd Mayweather was basically trying to manipulate his words. Then he said that Floyd Mayweather is a man that beats his wife in front of his kids. So let's just go ahead and touch on everything that Conor just said in that piece right there. Now, before I even quote what Conor McGregor just recently said to get Floyd Mayweather to even suggest, and other people to even say that Conor McGregor is a racist, let's take a trip down memory lane and look at what Conor McGregor has said in the past before this Floyd Mayweather fight. When Conor McGregor was promoting the Jose Aldo fight, this is what he had to say. I own this town, I own Rio de Janeiro, so for him to say that he is the king and I am the joker, if this was a different time, I would invade his favela on horseback and would kill anyone who wasn't fit to work. But we're in a new time, so I will whoop his ass instead. End quote. Now, and obviously, if you know your history, we all know in a different time, slave masters would ride around on horses and they would force slaves to work. And the weak slaves who couldn't work, they would kill them off. That is exactly what Conor McGregor just said. He said he would kill anyone that wasn't fit to work. Now let's look at what Conor McGregor said about Nate Diaz when he was promoting that fight. Conor McGregor, he said, F those cockroaches, and called Nate Diaz a little cholo from the hood. Now that I done got you guys caught up, let me bring you back to present day. So Conor did an interview with Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel, he basically said to him, would you compare yourself to the Rocky Balboa character in Rocky 3? And Conor, he said, I'm trying to remember which one that was, Rocky 3. Was that the one in the celebrity gym? I can't remember if that's the one with the dancing monkeys or not. End quote. Now, when Conor says dancing monkeys, he's referring to what Rocky Balboa's uncle, Paulie, in the movie called black people, or at least called the black fighters in this movie. So if racism is a sensitive subject, as Conor McGregor said it is, why is he bringing up dancing monkeys in a movie that had nothing to do with monkeys? If it's a sensitive subject, why would you be quoting someone who said something racist about black people? I mean, just think about this for a second. When you think of the movie Rocky, it doesn't matter from Rocky 1 to Rocky 6, whatever. When you think of Rocky 3, though, since we're talking about Rocky 3, you think of Rocky Balboa's opponent, Clubber Lang. You think about Clubber Lang calling out Rocky in front of his wife. You think about Rocky Balboa getting knocked out, coming back, avenging his loss. These are the things you think about when you think about Rocky 3. What kind of person thinks about a racist comment towards black people, and that's the first thing that he thinks about when someone brings up Rocky 3. I mean, just think about it for a second. Who does that? Who mentions the one little racist comment that a lot of people don't even remember in that movie? Who does that? Conor McGregor does that. You know, something else that was pretty odd in that interview, you have Conor McGregor trying to explain why he's not a racist, but yet the reporter, he never asked him about the dancing monkey comment. He never said, what did you mean when you said that? Why did you say it? All the reporter said was like, Floyd Mayweather said this fight is based on race. But the way this guy asked the question, it almost suggested that Floyd Mayweather was coming off as the racist person, and he wanted to know what Conor McGregor basically thought about Floyd Mayweather saying this. And this is, of course, when Conor McGregor said he was annoyed by Floyd Mayweather calling him racist, etc., etc. You know, guys, if you follow the pattern of racist people that go on racial tirades, the second thing they say after they end up calling black people whatever or whoever they attack at the time, the second thing they start to say is, I'm offended that he would call me a racist. This is what racist people always say. You have to understand, today, you know, this is 2017, where you have to be politically correct. About 40, 50 years ago, you could flat out come out and say, I don't like black people, I don't like Mexicans, I don't like Jews, I don't like this, I don't like that. You could come straight out and you could say something like that, and no one would judge you. But today, you can't be a celebrity. You certainly can't be a celebrity and just flat out say, I don't like black people, right? So it makes sense that Conor McGregor wouldn't say, oh yeah, he was right, I'm a racist. Next question. Conor McGregor, he keeps saying, oh, this person, Floyd, Leonard Ellaby, they all know that I'm not racist. But yet Conor McGregor still has not explained what he meant when he said the dancing monkeys. He still hasn't even talked about the comment. And then he said, Floyd Mayweather talk about me calling African-American monkeys. I've never called him a monkey, etc., etc. But he hasn't said anything about his comment about the dancing monkeys. Something else about racist people, they tend to always think all they have to do is tell you they listen to hip hop, or their favorite fighter is Muhammad Ali, or they're a Rigo man, which, in other words, a Guillermo Rigo fan, because that's what Conor just recently said when Loma was asking to spar with Conor. Conor said in response, why don't you fight Rigo? Because I'm more of a Rigo man anyway. This is what Conor McGregor had to say. But that doesn't alleviate racism, though, or being a racist. It don't matter how many Notorious B.I.G. or Tupac albums you own. The bottom line is, what type of person who ain't supposed to be racist and thinks that's a sensitive subject calls characters in the movie Rocky dancing monkeys? Rhetorical question, right? Like I said before, the problem is racist people, they want to be racist without the title. They want it to be accepted that you hate black people, that you call them monkeys, etc., etc. They do not want to be called racist in the process of calling black people monkeys, right? But meanwhile, the way things are set up in the boxing world, the person who gets called monkey, he'll be called a racist before the actual racist will be. Then Conor McGregor had the nerve to say he was annoyed that Floyd Mayweather called him a racist. You trying to tell people how you feel. How do you think the black people that were called dancing monkeys feel? You think they're a little annoyed? So once again, man, I have a lot more to say about this, but I'm going to go ahead and end this video a little shorter. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.